Hey folks, Chris once again, welcome back to the video. This is another request assigned for White Rabbit, and the name 123 White Rabbit 123. The name of this video is Internet Horrors Nick Bates featuring Tone the Rabbit. Alright, let's check it out.
The episode of Internet Horrors contains discussions and topics of child molestation and rape, which
Oh Jesus Christ, are you kidding me right now?
If anyone is triggered by these in any way, we highly advise that you do not watch this video or watch at your own discretion. Your discretion is advised.
I'm kind of scared.
For this episode of Internet Horrors, we will be joined by a new up-and-coming YouTuber, Tone the Rabbit.
Hello, all you lovely people out there. I'm Tone, and I will be joining you
Give a
on
little
this
shout to somebody and
disturbing journey of Internet Horrors. To begin our episode, there are a lot of people who document themselves on the Internet. It's considered
a snack for this,
and has been around since the beginning of the Internet. But while most of it can be seen as fun to read about someone's entire life, sometimes we come across some very strange individuals.
The individual we are discussing today
should I be eating? Because this might be gross.
Weird, but was so depraved that he went on to do some of the most unspeakable acts that anyone could ever do, especially to their own siblings.
Oh my God! Are you shitting me right now?
That was Nicholas Strausenberg, aka Nick Bates. This
what does he look like?
is Internet Horrors.
Hey, I know who he is. He's talking about fucking supermarket, didn't he? Randy Sarah, that's his name, right? Did they cover him too? That's him. Okay, he's creepy.
Nick Bates was born in
God, he's strange looking.
And for the remainder of his life and the duration on the internet, he lived with his grandma and aunt. Not much is known about Nick's earlier life, as he was only discovered off of the CWC board. That's right, this man was actually discovered on the board that was dedicated to following and documenting.
How about get age restricted for that?
In fact,
oh my God, I remember Chris Chan.
So far as to say that the two of them were actually very similar to each other.
They're both creepy.
It is safe to say that while these two have the problems, they aren't necessarily the same person. Christine Chan was a young woman who struggled with understanding the difference between fiction and reality, and was generally confused and didn't know any better. Not an excuse for things that she's done.
She was a strange one.
Shows that she had problems. With Nick, however, it isn't so much that he didn't know the difference; he knew. He just didn't care, or he truly believed that he didn't do anything wrong. We will discuss what he obviously did later on in the video. But since then, the entire internet started following him, and they found out some crazy things about him. And this could be that he would document every single thing about his life on the internet.
For one, this man seemed to have a strange phobia when it came to personal hygiene. He made it specifically clear that he really hated taking showers, and would every so often only shower a couple of months. But
what the fuck?
Way of doing it, you see, he didn't actually get into the shower. Instead, what he would actually do is take off his shirt and just wash his hair. That's it. No body wash, no scrubbing his armpits, body.
I'm not eating right now. Never mind. Fuck it.
Absolutely filthy, and I hate to imagine what he probably smelled like.
Yeah, he smelled like shit.
Bad, you haven't heard the
pure
words.
sludgy shit.
Showers, he hated wiping, and yes, you know where I'm going. He preferred air dry, meaning instead of wiping his ass, he would just dry and crust and.
Oh.
Apologies, I lost my dinner. You get the gist. He was a disgusting.
Oh my God.
How do we know this? You may be asking. Well, again, he would document everything.
He may be worse than Chris Chan now.
Fetishes to the public known. And
what?
He ended up painting a bullseye right on his back. There's even tweets where you can see the feces crusted and smeared against the wall.
Oh my God! Shut the. You're grossing me out, man.
Call it that.
I'm gonna do my wife and also some children.
So he was a fucking singer too, and his singing sucks, by the way.
But the latter's only if my wife says it can, she probably won't. So I guess I'll just do my wife. Ain't no pain.
Jesus Christ, his singing's bad.
Them disemboweling and force feeding them their own intestines.
Shut the fuck up.
Next, Ed Sheeran here. Yeah. Every dirty detail is yours to find with Nick Bates. Everyone mocked him. Just the thought
Rightfully
of
so.
him as
And this video is allowed to be a bully video towards him, and you'll see why.
And how much he was being mocked. But they had merely
Not the YouTuber, this guy, the Nick Bates guy.
of what monstrosity they had found.
Say whatever you want about him, I don't give a shit. He shouldn't be praised if he did something sick shit.
If you are in fact familiar with
What's wrong with his teeth? Oh my god.
You're going to realize that we're going to skip over a few text dialogues that play relevancy into
My teeth
the
are
story,
bad too, but not that
will
fucking
be
bad.
the part later on. For this one, we are going to move on to the creepy aspect of his love obsession. It was found out later on that Nick was in some weird love relationship with a woman by the name of Anna. He had met this woman on a role-playing forum, and they kind of hit it off for a bit, and they genuinely became good friends.
As time went on, the friendship would change for Nick. It would become more than just a friendship. It would become an obsession than anything else. This wasn't
Do I
just
dare eat anything else?
He
Or will I puke?
Fantasize her, write fan fiction about her, draw art of them having sex, putting her fucking public information out there for the world to see. He even displayed weird obsessive-like behaviors towards her in messages. He would even be controlling and be concerned about her speaking with other guys.
Dude, this is
really
fucked up.
possessive. He even convinced himself in his own mind that he and Anna were destined to be together and that she would be his wife.
Oh my god, dude. Are you kidding me?
One of the reasons is something we are going to talk about later on, but when hearing about some of the other stuff, this only really added further into her running
There's more
off from her life. But Nick wasn't deterred when she pretty much pushed him out. Instead, he saw this as complete arrogance or stubbornness on her part. He still truly believed in his eyes that they were destined to be together. So a year later, Nick
This
wrote
seems
an
like
article
similar to
in which he
Christian,
discussed about how he came into
actually.
contact with Anna again. And he tried playing it off
I'm trying to eat
as if
again.
he was just rekindling an old friendship, just coming into contact with her after so long, as you're seeing on screen. And he was completely oblivious to what he had done.
And he would get contacted, ladies and gentlemen, but it wouldn't be by Anna. It would be by someone that went by the name of Miles Edgeworth. It's unknown who this person is, but it's safe to say it's one of Anna's friends. The entire convo pretty much can be summed up in just a short story. After coming into contact, or trying to get into contact with Anna, Miles decided to take it upon himself to be the one that would speak on behalf of Anna so she wouldn't have to speak to Nick. Miles tried to make it clear that Anna did not ever want to speak with Nick again, and that she actually hated him. He went so far as to even tell him that she really just pitied him. Further you go, the more you start to see that Miles is trying to make it clear that Anna wants nothing to do with Nick and that she will never ever fall in love with him.
The insanity only grew worse for Nick, as he was just not letting it get to his head. Throughout the entire message, all he continued to do was tell Miles that Anna was simply being stubborn and that they're destined to be together. And what was his reason? People change. That was the one thing keeping him obsessed with Anna. People change. Miles made it.
They change their opinions and shit?
Anna would never want to be with a guy who lived with his aunt and grandma and was very unhygienic. And even that wasn't enough to sway him. It only made him continue to try and see reason that Anna would still want to be with him and marry him. And at some point in the conversation, Miles just gave up. And if this didn't show you how obsessive he was over her, if him truly believing that Anna would be his wife was not enough to convince you that he was obsessed and insane, maybe this will.
A few months or a couple of years later, Nick would make an angry blog
What is that?
demonizing
Hope
his
I
family
don't
as
peek it back
conservative
out because of this shit.
They had to throw away a bunch of his old stuff in his room that was outright filthy and disgusting, and apparently had sentimental values. One of these things was a pillow that he would pretty much have sex with and pretend it was Anna.
That.
It's clear in this entire post.
At least I'm done eating
He
now.
doesn't even try to downplay it. He even admits that he would pretend it was Anna and even voice the pillow with Anna's voice.
You fucking creep, man. Oh my god.
With it, and he even admitted he did not wash it. If this does not convince you how insane this
Of course
man
you didn't
is,
watch it.
I don't know what will.
You got arrested? Oh.
Actually, I know.
Sexual abuse, really? Or part 3 horrible acts.
Remember at the beginning of this episode when we said that there would be a lot more to discuss upon the chats with Anna and more to discuss on who Nick was as a person? Well, this is where we're going to dive into. Now, I must stress that there are extremely graphic discussions that will be brought up here. So if you are in any way disturbed by anything involving sexual assault or molestation, please click at this timestamp right here.
I can't, it was a request, so I can't.
And view at your own discretion.
I can't stop
One
the video.
of the things that cut up on the CWC board's attention was Nick's advocacy for pedophilia. No, this isn't just reading into something and assuming it's pedophilia. He pretty much believed that pedophilia should be illegal.
There is even a call at one point where you actually tried to debate someone on why pedophilia should be legal. And in a weird notion.
Oh my god, bro. This is getting more and more ridiculous.
Clear that one day, this belief will come back and bite him in the ass.
Okay, but you're proving my point that the pedophilia should not be illegal.
It should.
It is illegal.
It is.
Yeah, I know.
You
But
get
that's
prosecuted for it. They get thrown in jail for it.
what I'm saying.
He does not get
It's a
thrown in
stupid
jail.
law.
I just saw his mugshot.
What you just mentioned. Remember that?
He looked creepy as fuck.
If you think it's so bad, then get out a picket sign, go out in the street, and protest legalization of it.
Towards pedophilia.
Yeah, son, I would do this.
Okay, that's just been going on for an hour. That fucking documentary where they're recording.
Things in public, so.
Well, you like to tell people what you do.
Yes, you tell people on Twitter.
Not complete strangers, just people I already happen to know.
Nick, anybody can see your Twitter and they can know.
I'm aware of this, but see, when I type the things, I'm not thinking of the random people. It's directed towards.
Shoot.
Yeah, but I realize that there are people I do not know. I don't really care.
Well, they're going to make you care.
They're going to use this information against you. You do realize this.
How on earth could this possibly be used against me when I'm not going to have a job?
How do you know you're not going to want to get a job? Someday you might change your mind. People are going to look at this and they're going to call cops.
No, son, I do not.
Like I said, Nick, if you strongly believe that this is what should happen, then go out to the center of the town with the sign and see when people look at you marching around asking to have sex with kids.
That is fucked up, man. Who would say that?
Whatever your kink is, I don't.
But I'm not actually having sex with kids. I just
You just said pedophilia should be illegal, you fucking dumbass.
The most disturbing part of his belief was that he had someone to fulfill his disgusting fantasy on, and that would be his young half-sister, Amber. If you recall, there were some messages in which we...
It's Chris Chan all over again, man, only with a child.
But Nick, during his time talking with Anna, would bring up how he would actually violate Amber.
What makes these messages absolutely disgusting is the fact that he would talk about this to a poor, defenseless child as if he was ordering a fucking sandwich. He talks about it like it's some everyday
experience. What kind of video is
and
this?
This was done to a young girl for 2 years, from the age of 5 to 7. And with all this came out,
bro.
he had the gall to try to act like it was all a joke. There were Twitter posts that he would make where he tried to make it seem like in a joking manner that Amber was the one trying to get him to do this, and acting like she was the one begging for this. This shows
Justify the fact that he
disgusting this
doesn't.
man truly is, that I am foaming at the mouth with complete fucking rage.
Yeah,
It is
me
still
too.
not really known
This
how
shit
Nick
should
would
not
end up
be
getting
on
investigated
YouTube
or
anyways,
taken to court.
man.
But
It should
there
not
is
be
a
on
lot of
YouTube.
speculation that Amber went to Nick's aunt and grandma. It was here that they would launch a full-scale investigation and they would take him to court. Nick would then make a video that he would use as his defense on how he didn't rape Amber. I'm only going to show about a few seconds of the clip, but I must stress that I can't show any further as there is nudity and it's very disgusting.
Why would you show even a
So
second
if
of it,
you
man?
want
Don't show it
to
anyway.
watch it yourself, you can find it somewhere on the internet. But
No.
I'm not going to be showing the full stuff, and I'm definitely not going to link it out of fear that YouTube will probably get pissed off at me.
Obviously it will.
Hey, this is Nick Steppenberger, better known as Nick Bates.
That's him. I couldn't see the screen for a
I'm filming
minute.
this video because I've been accused of sexually assaulting my sister, and this is me trying to prove that I didn't.
You have a horrible camera, man. A terrible camera.
Part of the reason that I think they think I did it is because of this chat log that surfaced where I told my friend that I did molest my sister.
Because you fucking did.
And even though I came out multiple times to say that this was a lie and that I actually didn't,
You're a big pile of fucking
nobody
lies,
believes me.
man.
but one thing that I can prove was definitely a lie in the chat log is that I mentioned in it that I didn't do anal with her because she had feces in her butt.
Oh my god.
Everybody knows that I'm a coprophiliac.
You don't need half a brain to know that this would not help his ass in the case, considering that he also had messages where he outright admitted to what he did to Amber. At the end of it all, Nick was sent to prison.
He's got life in prison. Of how gross he is and what he fucking did to that child. Let alone a fucking sibling, man.
On April 26, 2016, Nicholas Schwarzenberger would be sent to 40 years maximum in prison with a bail of $150,000 for molestation of young Amber. The story of Nick Bates had finally come to a close, and with a tragic end nonetheless. Even though Nick is behind bars, young Amber would have to live with this traumatic event for the rest of her life.
Hopefully he has a good home,
As
though.
of making this video, he is still currently serving his 40-year sentence, and it's believed he will be eligible for parole once his sentence has ended.
Nick was a man devoid of all sanity. In fact, he lacked any to begin with, and never wanted one. The man was obsessed with thinking that he was a man of every girl's dream. He was obsessed with pedophilia, and he was obsessed with another woman. And he had a young girl to fulfill his sick fantasy.
Ew, what's he got in his mouth?
Imagination
Is that a
was not
cigarette?
enough, and he took it to extreme measures.
I wonder if your teeth are bad being you smoking and
And I
shit.
pray for the poor soul of Amber. This is a man who does not deserve any sympathy or
Yeah,
any
fuck
compassion.
him.
Let this
Fuck
be a
him.
lesson to you all. Don't be Nick Bates.
Yeah, he's just sick, folks, like all the rest of them, man. Very disgusting video, but Techno did a really good job with this. I did not. I think I seen pictures of this guy, but I never really looked into him. But I might not do a true crime video on him either because it just makes me uncomfortable. So I might not. I don't know. And it's raining. That's good. Never knew my neighbor's rooster felt the same way. But yeah, I may make 2 more videos, and that might be it. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. See you on the next one. Hope you didn't get creeped or grossed out, and I'll see you all next one. Peace.